You're watching the Sunoco Minor League Cricket Championship, brought to you by our 2023 partners.
Well, a pleasant good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Prairie View Cricket Complex for round 5 of the Xforia Giants and the Chicago Kingsmen, round 5 of the Sunoco Minor League Cricket Championship, brought to you right here in the wonderful city of Prairie View. This is Brian Walters. I'll be with you here for this match between the Giants and the Kingsmen. Bit of a delayed start, about a couple of hours delay because of conditions at the field, but we are ready to go. And in order to fit in this first match, first of 2 today, we will be having a 17-over match. So the match has been reduced by 3 overs. Instead of 20, it will be a 17-over match. The Xforia Giants, having lost the toss to the Kingsmen, the captain of the Kingsmen, former Pakistani international Fawad Alam, deciding to have a bowl. So the bowling will be opened from the southern end of the ground, that is the highway end, Highway 290. And it appears that it will be Zia ul Haq with the new ball in hand. He will be starting the bowling to the opening batters for the Xforia Giants. Opening batters are taking their mark, and we'll see exactly who they are very shortly. Apologies for the scoring card, not exactly caught up with yet, but we'll get started immediately as soon as we can. Obviously, no more delays needed the rest of the way because we already had a couple of hours worth of delay, but conditions are good right now, I think, for cricket. I referred to the issues with the conditions on the ground. There's an issue with the pitch overnight, a little bit extra moisture that the umpires were not happy with, and that's the reason for the delay. But we are getting started as soon as possible. I believe this is Smith Patel, who is a wicketkeeper opener. He will be facing up to Zia ul Haq. Umpires Owen Brown and Naveed Siddiqui. Owen Brown is the standing umpire at the highway end. Naveed Siddiqui currently at square leg at the forest end of the ground, the northern end. So Zia ul Haq, again, former Pakistani international. Several former Pakistani players are in this Xforia Giants side as well as the Kingsmen side. And we're just waiting on a signal for or from the umpiring team to be able to get started. So once again, news from the middle, Chicago Kingsmen winning the toss, choosing to bowl. This will be Zia ul Haq bowling to Smith Patel. And we are all but ready to get started for this round 5 of the Sunoco Minor League Cricket Championship. I'm right here in Prairie View, Texas. Zia ul Haq with the new ball in hand, left arm quick, bowling over the wicket to Smith Patel. And we're off and running for the first ball. Oh, look at the bounce and that delivery. It took Smith Patel probably chest height. It may have hit him in the chest. In fact, looking at him now, he's rubbing his shoulder. So apparently that's where that ball hit him. It took off of a really good length, absolutely shot forward. And looking at the replay, left arm over the wicket at that angle, slanting in and then kicking off a length, a brutish delivery, and taking him on the right shoulder. And there is some delay now because I suspect that the reason for that delay is that the batters are not going to be happy with the way that that ball kicked off of the surface. It was a decent length ball. It was not a bouncer by any stretch of the imagination, but it leapt off a length, and Smith Patel obviously caught by surprise. Not much you can do with a ball like that when it bounces at you from that length. And so a bit of a delay, a bit of attention being paid to Smith Patel. But I suspect that we may be ready to continue going here. The conditions, again, from the very first delivery, see how that ball bounces and snakes upward at Smith Patel. Not a lot that he could have done with that. A brute of a delivery to start with. And that's going to be something to watch for the rest of the way, because that type of a delivery is the type of delivery that will stay in the mind of a batter. Because in his mind, that ball didn't bounce in a way that he would expect from that length. So certainly something to pay attention to as we go forward. Smith Patel ready again. Here's the next delivery from Zia ul Haq outside the off stump. Lets this one go through to the wicket keeper. Wicket keeper is Hassan Ahmed. Zia ul Haq is very accurate. That left arm over angle it across the right-handed batters. And Smith Patel, of course, a former India U19 player. Played a very high level, of course, and then one of the mainstays of this batting attack for the Xforia Giants. Lovely looking drive for 4. That is beautiful. What an absolutely brilliant response. Right down the ground, front foot right to the pitch. It was ready for that delivery. And sometimes when you get a ball as a batter that snakes up at you, sometimes it stays in your mind. But Zia ul Haq again, that angle, left arm over the wicket, swinging in, but he punches it. Lovely, lovely looking strike for 4. This delivery now run down to deep third for a single. Smith Patel off and running. 4 deliveries in, there's 5 runs on the board. Bearing in mind this is going to be a limited of overs in this match. 17 in all. So we're going to see here as much as possible, I think, a much more compressed match. And the opening batter, who is taking strike now, the partner for Smith Patel is Chaitanya Bishnoi. Left-handed batter. And so it will be a left arm fast bowler to a left-handed batter. So expect this ball to be leaving the left-hander. And so it's not also surprising that you see 2 slip fielders in position for Zia ul Haq. Oh, look at that delivery, taking off again from a length. Zia ul Haq getting that ball to talk with helpful conditions so far. And I think that you will see that he likes bowling under these conditions. It definitely feels like a bowl first kind of a day with the condition of the pitch starting out with. That ball, absolutely. There you see on the replay, fizzing past the outside edge. And see how Ziyech closes out this over here. Tries the scoop shot and gets hit in probably the wrist. A very ambitious shot, and I don't know why that would be a shot that you choose to play given the conditions, given this situation. He went down, got directly in line trying to scoop, misses the scoop, and I believe that that hits him on the wrist. He's down. We have, unfortunately, they're going to have another delay. Boy, not exactly sure why that was necessary, but as we see, more than likely that he is going to be okay. So I think that is the end of the over. An eventful first over, 5 runs coming from it. And at the end of one, the score is 5 without loss. Back here at the Prairie View Cricket Complex. Over number 2 being bowled by Hasib Azam. Hasib Azam, right arm pace bowler, bowling from the forest and the northern end of the ground. And now a little bit of a delay. I suspect that during the first several deliveries or the first several overs even, you will see these types of delays because until the pitch is able to be flattened out, I think the batters will be dissatisfied with the amount of uneven bounce that exists at the moment. Hasib Azam, right arm fast bowler, bowling now to Smith Patel. Smith Patel on strike, 5 runs against his name. Chaitanya Bishnoi, no runs scored from 2 balls faced, including the last ball of the first over where he attempted a scoop shot. Next delivery driven into the offside. That is Ravi Bopara at cover. Ravi Bopara, you all will remember as the former English international, played a number of years for England. These days takes or makes his living playing cricket in the USA, which is something I think that overall will boost the type of cricket that we have in this country to have people of that stature playing here. Next delivery. Down the ground, goes over extra cover. This will reach the boundary. A couple of bounces and gets there now. So Smith Patel appears to be taking the bull by the horns, wanting to take the uneven bounce out of the equation, advancing down the wicket a couple steps to meet that one on the half volley. There you see a couple of skips down to get just that much closer to the length of the ball and driving it over the top of extra cover for another boundary. So he now moves on to 9, looking to be more aggressive. Now, once again, we're playing a 17-over match. So the first, I believe, 5 overs are going to be the power play overs. And then within those power play overs, only 2 fielders allowed outside the circle. Oh, look at the bounce in that delivery. Take off for a quick run. That's actually well played in the end by Smith Patel. Hopping up onto his feet, riding the bounce, tapping it in front of him at mid-wicket. They run through for another single. So in these compressed games, again, you're playing a T17. So 17 overs, 102 deliveries is all that you'll face as opposed to the ordinary 120. You expect that with that additional length, or in fact that shortened game, there will be aggression by the batters. They may take a couple of overs for the wicket to calm down to start playing shots, but I really anticipate that you'll see some big shots coming very shortly. Now it's Chaitanya Bishnoi on strike. He goes for the big shot down the leg side, misses out. Frankly, had he made contact with that, we may have had catching practice here in the commentary area. But as of right now, that's just a ball going down the leg side for the first wide of the day. Wide signal by umpire Naveed Siddiqui. Siyub Azam again. Sliced, or attempting to slice that one, and misses out, going through to the keeper. So just, I believe, 2 balls remaining here in the second over. We're already at the point where there are 92 deliveries left in the match. We're not in the match, but in this innings. 11 without loss, so starting out at the rate of 6.6 and over. Oh, almost trying to sneak a single there. Rightly sent back, I think, by Smith Patel. Of course, once again, inside the power play over. So 7 fielders inside the circle. It would have been probably slightly risky to try to steal a single under those circumstances. But once again, in these compressed games, it is about the only thing that you can do. That's the end of the over. After 2, the score is 11 without loss.
आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस। इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट में क्या खूब खिले। हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
Zia-ul-Haq again, and that ball hits the deck, takes off, and then bounces a second time before it gets to the keeper. So signaled by umpire Owen Brown, that is the first short ball for the over. You're only allowed 1 short ball per over that bounces above the shoulder of the batter when he's in a normal standing position. So no more short deliveries like that will be allowed. Any beyond that will be considered a no ball. And under these circumstances, you're going to have to be aware of that. Next delivery, very full, driven down to mid-off, no run. That is Captain Fawad Alam in that spot. Zia-ul-Haq will know that there is uneven bounce in this wicket. So even though he probably did not intend to bowl a bouncer, he'll know that he'll need to be on the fuller side to avoid bowling another delivery that bounces above shoulder height, because again, under those conditions, it would be considered a no ball. Full, well played, clipped through mid wicket, at least 2 here. This is a long run by, I believe, Kevin Phillip. Yep, Kevin Phillip makes good ground about 10 yards in front of the boundary and limits the damage to 2 runs. Smith Patel doing the bulk of the scoring himself. 12 runs from his bat. Make that 16. That is a lovely looking square drive right to the pitch. A very full delivery again by Zia-ul-Haq. Maybe just a touch of width. He's swinging it into the left hand, into the right handers rather, as a left hand fast bowler. This one not swinging in enough, leaving that bit of width outside off stump. Yeah, looking at that replay, it's crashed through the offside. That is a brilliant looking stroke. So I mentioned that he's doing the bulk of the scoring himself. Smith Patel, the score is 17. He has 16, and the only other run was a wide ball. So certainly doing it himself. Next delivery, full, defended in front of the point area. The throw coming into the non-striker's end. They run through for a single. So continuing is Smith Patel, now 17 from 13 balls faced. Chaitanya Bishnoi has not yet gotten off the mark. 4 runs or 4 balls faced. And 1 delivery remaining here in the third over. This is the second being bowled by Ziaul Haq. And my sense is that the pitch, after having shown some evidence of variable bounce earlier on, is starting to calm down just a little bit. And this one again snakes up at Chaitanya Bishnoi, and this one now catches him probably around the chest. Struck in that area. That is the last delivery of the third over. 3 overs up. A painful end to the over by Chaitanya Bishnoi. See here on the replay again. Left arm over the wicket, slanting in and bouncing, hitting him probably just on the chest, maybe right around the top of the rib cage. That will not feel good, and he'll have a couple of minutes to think about it. That's the end of the over. 3 up, score is 18 without loss.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
Back here, Prairie View, 18 without loss, 3 overs bowled. Smith Patel, 17 from 13 balls faced. Chaitanya Bishnoi has not yet gotten off the mark. Now a bit of a delay as attention is being paid to Chaitanya Bishnoi, who was hit in the ribs, it appears, from the last delivery of the third over. So they're paying some attention to him. The medical team having a look. Umpires Owen Brown and Naveed Siddiqui will be discussing the current situation. My sense is that, as I mentioned, the conditions will be easier for batting later on. And in fact, running in now from the dugout area is Captain Harmeet Singh. So there will be some discussion between Harmeet Singh and the 2 batters, I suspect, as to the conditions. And we're a little bit far away to speculate as to what the conversation is about, so we won't get into the speculation game, but I will say that their body language suggests that they're not necessarily very happy with the way things are, and are having a chat with the umpires. So just going through the lineup for both sides. Dallas Xforia Giants are starting out with Ajay Masand, Akhilesh Bodagam, Chaitanya Bishnoi, who is now at the wicket, Harmeet Singh, the captain, who is currently in conversation, Ramiz Raja, Siddhantam Praneeth Raj, Smith Patel, who is also at the wicket, and Uday Singhwalia. And for the Chicago Kingsmen, Ayush Thakur, Hassan Ahmed, Asif Mahmood, Fawad Alam, the captain, once again the former Pakistani international, Hasib Azam, Hassan Khan, Kevin Phillip, the dynamic young 18-year-old, Ravi Bopara, the former Englishman, Saad Ali, Tajinder Singh, and Ziaul Haq. So tons of experience on both sides. Certainly another delay. That conversation between the umpires and both sides is going on for some period of time. And even though I think the conditions are better for batting later on in the day, as of right now, it certainly presents a bit of a situation. So we're going to go dark for a minute, understand exactly what the conversation is about, and await word from when we can get started. And once again, not looking to play the speculation game, but a bit of a delay at the moment. So we'll go silent until we figure out what's going on. For now, 3 overs bowled. The score is 18 without loss right here at Prairie View. And we will be rejoining the Xforia Giants and the Chicago Kingsmen at the Sunoco Minor League Cricket Championship Round 5. As soon as we have that information, we'll get it back to you. For now, taking a quick break right here in Prairie View.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस, इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट में क्या खूब खिले।
हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
So welcome back to the Prairie View Cricket Complex. The situation at the moment is that the umpires have decided that in the interest of player safety, we will take about a 30-minute break to reassess the conditions of the pitch at that time. At 1:15 p.m. Central Time is when that inspection will be. At that point, they will decide whether it makes sense to attempt to play. At minimum, they will attempt to play a match that will allow them to finish by 2:30 Central Time, I would believe, the latest. So the idea is going to be to play a match of a length that would allow them to finish at 2:30. So depending on the available time and the calculations that the umpires make, it can be a match certainly of fewer overs than we have planned right now, 17. The umpires have decided that the minimum length of time for a match is 5 overs. Anything less than that will essentially result in the inability to play. But they hopefully will be able to play a match minimum 5 overs, hopefully more than that. But we will sort of reassess where we are. In about 30 minutes is when the inspection will be. We will have news after that. So for now, we're going to say signing off from the Prairie View Cricket Complex. We will get an update as to the situation at around 1:15 to 1:20 Central Standard Time. For now, this is Brian Walters signing off from the moment from Prairie View. We'll talk to you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Prairie View Cricket Complex. After an extensive review of the conditions and once again with an eye toward player safety, the umpires have decided that it is in the best interest of all involved to abandon the ongoing match. So the match between the Dallas Xforia Giants and the Chicago Kingsmen ends in a no result. Please join us back here on the air within the next 2 hours. I think the toss is supposed to be at 3, and the next match is supposed to start at 3:30 between the Houston Hurricanes and the St. Louis Americans. So once again, officially abandoning the match that is ongoing between the Dallas Xforia Giants and the Chicago Kingsmen. The St. Louis Americans and the Houston Hurricanes will be on air right around 3:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Until then, goodbye and good luck, and we'll see you soon.